everything you need to know about Apple's new AI, Apple Intelligence, in under 2 minutes. So it's basically going to be giving us access to 3 main AI features on every Apple device. So the first one is text-based AI. So pretty much anytime you type anything on an Apple device, you're going to have access to this interface, where you'll be able to do things like change the tone of the message, check the spelling and grammar, or just rewrite it. On top of being able to write and edit text, it's also going to be able to read and analyze it. This is a whole bunch of really cool use cases. Here's an example where it's summarizing a long paper. Or here, for example, where it's providing a really quick summary to an email. I think this type of thing is going to be super useful. The second AI feature you're going to get access to is image-based AI. This is a form of AI I think most people are familiar with. You type in an idea and it generates an image. And you'll be able to do this pretty much anywhere, whether you're sending in a text message or putting it into a note. One really cool way they implemented this is giving you access to make your own emojis. This is kind of silly, but I kind of love it. You'll not only be able to create images, but also edit them. This is a really powerful tool that's been in Photoshop for a while, whether that's removing things from the background, adding things in, or changing things up. It makes it all super easy with AI, and it's going to be natively integrated again on all Apple devices. Now, the third AI feature you're getting is contextual learning and changes, and this is where Apple starts separating itself from the other AIs. Apple's AI isn't just answering questions based off a big data set. Instead, it's learning about you and being able to provide specific information based on you and your actions. It's going to be able to do things like learn you're vegan, so it doesn't recommend restaurants that don't have vegan options. Or here, where it's able to look through both your messages and emails to discern that your mother's flight is this specific flight and then find all the flight information. Or this example here that uses a bunch of contextual data from your AI to order your emails based on what it thinks is going to be important to you. In short, all the AI features that Apple's bringing out already exist. The big difference is they're just bringing it forward so it's super accessible that pretty much anybody could use it. And more importantly, it's going to be personalized so it's super specific to you and what you need it for. Now, Apple did make their own AI model that handles all of this personalization. And I'll do another video on it, but it's very, very secure. It's incredible the extent they went to make sure that your data is not getting out there in anybody's hands, not even Apple. That being said, a product of it being secure is it means it's not trained as much as something like ChatGPT because it doesn't have access to all that data to train off of like those companies do. Now, Apple's handled this really elegantly because if you want to make a more complex data that might require those large data sets to learn, what they've done is connected with ChatGPT but made it really explicit that you have to consent to using it before it sends that data off to them. I'll do another video on how this all breaks down, but I really like how they handled it. That being said, though, a lot of the AI computation does run locally, so you do need a very powerful device to do it. So currently, the iPhone 15 Pro is going to be the only one that supports it, but we'll see how that evolves over time. Anyway, that's everything you need to know about Apple AI in under 2 minutes. If you have any questions or comments, you know where to leave them, and I'll catch you in the next video.
Come along with me for the day while I attend the Apple event. The event starts at 10 and we had a bunch of stuff to do beforehand, so I was up at like 6:30, headed down to the hotel lobby, and they had a bunch of food laid out for us. It was a super nice breakfast. They're treating us really nice. Chatted with some other creators over breakfast and got really excited for the event. Then they handed us out our badges that we needed to get into the event. I thought it was super cool just to even have this thing. Then just like that, it was time to head over to the event. All the shuttles were lining up outside to take everybody there. It was a 15-minute ride and they sorted us out by country, so I got to ride with all the Canadian creators. It was pretty cool. Then we rolled up to Apple Park and it was absolutely insane. I started filming content like crazy. It was just such a cool vibe here. The architecture was cool, the people was cool. It was also very, very hot out. And then within an hour, the keynote was starting, so I took my seat. I won't actually cover the event in this thing because you've probably seen that footage absolutely everywhere, but it was so cool. We did have a seat out in the sun though, and it got super hot. I'm lucky I didn't get burned. But yeah, just watching this and being there was like the coolest vibe ever. I literally felt like a kid at Disneyland. Huge fan. Anyway, after that, we went upstairs in the Apple venue. I didn't get any video, but the whole corridor looked like this. It was like the coolest architecture I've ever seen. Then we were upstairs. We ate some lunch on this like upper area, and we got this really cool view of Apple Park. This place is absolutely gorgeous. Then we took a walk for about 15 minutes to a spot called Steve Jobs Theater, which is this cool little auditorium thing. I didn't really know what I was going into at the time. All I knew was that the building looked kind of cool, and when I stepped inside, it looked like this. It was just this big like waiting area, and they didn't really explain anything to us, so we hung out here for an hour. I filmed some content. They had some snacks. It was really nice. But then I realized there's a set of stairs that went downstairs in this huge open area, and then I realized that kind of transitioned into an auditorium. And that auditorium is the Steve Jobs Theater, where they filmed all the Apple events prior to moving them outside recently over the last. So I wasn't allowed to take video here, but I did get this photo. What we watched was a 45-minute chat with iJustine, like the content creator, with Craig from Apple. They were discussing Apple Intelligence and all their new AI ventures. It was actually super interesting. I'm really grateful I got to go to this. After that, we headed our way upstairs, took some more time to take in all the architecture, because this place is like truly insane, and the scale of it is also crazy. It's such a big area. There's like so much glass, so much concrete. I don't know if you guys like this stuff, but I'm huge. Anyway, that was all the major events today, so back in the bus, headed back to the hotel. I filmed a bunch of content while it was still sunny out, but I got really tired really quickly because I don't do well. Headed back up to my room and had a mean power nap, and I felt great after this. Then all the Canadian content creators went out for dinner, and we went to this like adorable little Greek place. It was super fun. The food was absolutely incredible. They had like this flaming cheese dish. I don't know, big fan. Then we got back to the hotel. I was pretty tired at this point, and I signed up for a 7 a.m. yoga class with the Apple Fitness team, so I was off to bed and get ready for today tomorrow. Catch you guys then.